It is a lovely 60-degree day here on the Catonsville campus of the Community College of Baltimore County as we are live for men's soccer here at the Joseph P. and Mildred Murray Stadium Field as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals get set to take on the Prince George's Community College Owls. Hello, folks. This is the big man on the mic, Isaac Donsky, ready to bring you all of the action today. And today's broadcast is going to be a little different than usual. This is something that we should have done, to be completely honest, at the beginning of the year. We actually did, but we kind of didn't really do it the rest of the year. But now we're realizing we really should have. Cameraman Anthony, would you please pan the camera for us? As you can see, folks, we're outside today. We've received some feedback, and we've decided that rather than have our camera inside our press box where it's nice and air-conditioned, but also where the window continuously blocks the view and you can't see the whole field, we've decided to come out here on this beautiful fall day and broadcast from the top of the grandstands. And I gotta say, it's a much better view. Also, we've decided to do something very interesting as well. We're going to have two men on the mic today. I say the mic because we only have one mic, but we're going to do this the old way the BBC used to way back in the day when they broadcast. We're going to share a mic. So I'd like to welcome my cameraman, Anthony. You know his name. I've always shout him out during our broadcasts. He's actually going to be doing a little bit of color commentary for us today. Anthony, how are you doing today, sir?
Doing great, Isaac. Thank you for having me. Beautiful day for some fall soccer here at the Community College of Catonsville.
So Anthony, Anthony has played soccer before, so he's going to help out with some of the more technical jargon and some of the more minutia of the game that I'm not that familiar with. I'll say this much, folks. The last time I played organized soccer was when I was in elementary school. I know the game, but there are certain terms I don't know, and Anthony is going to help out with that. He's going to be a great help, and we're very happy to have him on board. Let's talk about today's game. Catonsville versus Prince George's County, the penultimate game of the regular season. This Catonsville team has been so much improved over the last year's team. This is a team whose offense, they have emerged as a legit power in some respects. This is a team whose defense we've given the nickname the Great Big Red Wall because they have been able to stuff their opponents. They've played a tough schedule. They've played some tough teams, but they've kept in it. And they're coming off this game last Tuesday's game against the College of Southern Maryland, where they fought to the bitter end. It was a tough loss, but it was an impressive loss. They fought to come back from a 2-0 deficit to take the lead late. It was a great game to watch, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. We got to see a great offensive showcase from the Cardinals, something that we haven't really seen this year, so it's great to see the boys all work together and put a few goals in the back of the net, and we're looking to see more of that today.
This Cardinals team is looking to close out the year strong, but they're going up against a tough opponent today. Prince George's County is the only Division III school in Region 20. They sit alone in their own little division. At 5-4-1, they're coming off of a 3-game winning streak that's really turned their season around, and they're looking to finish off the season strong. So it should be an interesting matchup. Let's go ahead and take a look at the starting lineups, and I'm going to apologize ahead of time, folks, because I know some of these names I might butcher. I'm going to try my best. Starting in goal for the Owls, and we're going to start with the PG County Owls. Starting in goal will be a sophomore from Lanham, Maryland, number 1, Bilal O'Day. Starting at midfield will be a freshman from Greenbelt, Maryland, number 3, Johnny Cisse. Starting on defense will be a freshman from Largo, Maryland, number 4, Mohamed Salah. Starting at midfield will be a sophomore from Fort Washington, Maryland, number 7, Anibal Villatoro Giron. Starting at forward will be a sophomore from Bowie, Maryland, number 9, Francis Ogbankwa. Starting at midfield will be a sophomore from Bowie, Maryland, number 10, Gabriel Perea Tello. Starting on defense will be a freshman from Glendale, Maryland, number 12, Randy Salvador. Starting at midfield will be a freshman from Fort Washington, Maryland, number 13, Anthony Garcia. Starting at forward will be a freshman from Greenbelt, Maryland, number 15, Osanose Ibhagui. Starting at forward will be a freshman from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, number 17, Chukwumwa Matawuba. And finally, starting at midfield will be a freshman from Bowie, Maryland, number 27, Charles Dexter Ngukam. The Owls are led by head coach Cedric Mansare and assistant coaches Ty Akinimboni and athletic trainer Isaac Fields. Now here are the starters for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Give us 1 second, folks. Sorry about the delay, folks. Here are the starters for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Starting in goal will be a freshman from Hanover, Maryland, number 00, Franklin Duarte. Starting on defense will be a sophomore from Lagos, Nigeria, number 6, Caleb Akano. Starting at forward will be a freshman from Owings Mills, Maryland, number 7, Bradley Ramirez. Starting at midfield will be a freshman from Stafford, Virginia, number 8, Gio Guerrero. Starting at forward will be a freshman from Lansdowne, Maryland, number 9, Giovanni Alonso. Starting on defense will be a sophomore from Whitemarsh, Maryland, number 11, Brennan Eibner. Starting at midfield will be a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, number 14, Miguel Santiago Reyes Figueroa. Starting on defense will be a freshman from Glen Burnie, Maryland, number 17, Jason Astudio. Starting at striker will be a forward from Catonsville, Maryland, number 22, Mike Miranda. Starting on defense, a freshman from Whitehall, Maryland, number 23, Colton Taylor. And starting at forward, a freshman from Baltimore, Maryland, number 24, Michael Hogan. The Cardinals are led by head coach Kingsley Onwuka and assistant coaches Karma Belay and Brian Gruder. So the Cardinals and Owls in the penultimate game of the 2023 regular season coming up right here on the Cardinals Network in just about 10 minutes. We'll be back. And we are all set to go here at the Joseph P. and Mildred Murray Stadium Fields. The Cardinals and the Owls facing off in the penultimate game of this 2023 season. Once again, the starters for the Cardinals. Duarte will be in goal. It will be Guerrero, Ramirez, Figueroa, Astudillo, Eibner, Taylor, Miranda, Hogan, and Alonso.
Ladies and gentlemen, Prince George's will be in the dark jerseys. They will be the guests on the scoreboard this afternoon. Catonsville will be in their home white. They will be the home team on the scoreboard this afternoon. We thank you very much for joining us. Prince George's will kick off.
Cardinals will be wearing their home whites, red numbers, black trim. Peachy County will be wearing navy blue jerseys with light blue front facade is what I'm going to call it. Light blue numbers and black trim. They've got an interesting two-tone jersey. That's why I had to stutter there for a second. Once again, we thank you for thank everyone for their constructive criticism that led us to get this camera out here. It's going to be a wonderful day today. Temperatures around the high 60s, high, mid, low 60s, somewhere in that range. Not a cloud in the sky. And we're ready to get underway. PG County's won the toss. They will kick off as we get set to get underway. Once again, big shout out to Anthony for joining us for color commentary today. As we get set for the penultimate game of the season, the Owls and the Cardinals, another bird battle here in the Bird's Nest. And we are underway. Quick out of bounds to start things off. And we understand, folks, we are having some trouble with our clock on our scoreboard. We're trying to figure that out right now. In the meantime, checking through the action, it's Ramirez with the ball, getting up to Miranda. And that was offsides. Again, folks, we apologize. We're still trying to figure that out. We're going to wait till the first stoppage to figure out the situation with our overlay settings. In the meantime, we're going to focus on the game here. So here is Hogan on the attack, and he's going to lose control of that one. PG County now coming back for a counterattack, and they're going to try and get it down to number 15 as offsides is called again. Again, folks, we apologize for our overlay setting being out of sync at the moment. We're going to try and figure that out as soon as we can. Defense trying to get reset here. Duarte got to be careful. He's got defenders swarming him, and he kicks it out to Figueroa. Figueroa trying to get it up for Gio Alonso. One-on-one, trying to get past his man. He passes it down to Jason Astudillo. Astudillo gets it back to Alonso. Alonso looking, and has it taken away. Cardinals are going to get it back, though. Here's Akano. Trying to pass up for either Hogan or Miranda. I think there may have been a miscommunication there. And instead, the goalkeeper's able to scoop it up. Out of bounds possession will go over to PG County. Here's Ramirez. Nice steal there by Ramirez. And he's going to have that stolen away. And it's stolen back by Gio Guerrero. There was a brief moment where the ball was just sitting there. Nobody wanted to make a move. Intercepted by the Owls. Nice header to try and keep it under control. Stolen away by Ramirez. Good play there by Bradley Ramirez. They'll flip it back to Figueroa. Figueroa will send it over to Colton Taylor. Taylor, Miranda places it for Acano. Acano, good kick for Ramirez. Cardinals offense is moving it so far. Doing a good job of moving the ball up and down the pitch. It's been one of the highlights of this year, the improvement overall of the Cardinals offense. As a miscommunication as that gets knocked out of bounds by number 17. That's Chukwuma Madawuba. And now a chance for the Cardinals. Here's Mike Miranda. Miranda trying to get a crossing pass off. It's intercepted, but that was a nice placement there by Miranda. Out of bounds, possession will go over to the Cardinals. So a good start offensively for the Cardinals here in these opening 5 minutes as they've been able to move the ball freely. Figueroa sends that one up. A little too much power, out of bounds it goes. Possession will go back over to PG County. Cano doing what he does best, breaking up that play. He sends it up for Gio Alonso, and he has it stolen away. Nice play there by Eibner to keep it alive. Gets it to Hogan. Hogan trying to find Acano, and it's stolen away by the Owls. And they're going to have to back up and reset here, thanks to the pressure put on them by Mike Miranda. Pass goes out. Good coverage there by Astudillo. PG trying to get it out to their man, number 17. As that one takes a nice bounce and stays in bounds. I thought that was going to go out of bounds, that pass there by Figueroa. Instead, it stays on the grass. Good play there by Gio Alonso, knocking that back. And he tries to pass it out. I think he was trying to get it to Michael Hogan. Acano is there to keep it alive, and now they find Hogan. Here comes Michael Hogan. His speed's such an advantage. Breaking past defenders. Hogan tries to get a crosser to Miranda. Sets it up. Goal! Mike Miranda strikes first. And the Cardinals take a 1-0 lead off a beautiful pass by Michael Hogan to Mike Miranda. It's 1-0 Catonsville.
Beautiful play from Hogan down the line there. Just a phenomenal cross and finish there from Mike Miranda. Great to see Catonsville take the lead early here.
And how about that? A goal in the opening 5 minutes for the Cardinals. We haven't seen that all season, and that is a beautiful representation of just how improved their offense has become this season. It is 1-0, and again, we do apologize. We are trying to figure out the issue with our overlay system. We're trying to update that right now.
At 5 minutes, 27 seconds of the first half, Catonsville goal scored by number 22, Michael Miranda. Give the assist to 24, Michael Hogan. Time of the goal, 5:27. Catonsville 1, Prince George's 0.
So again, folks, I do apologize if our overlay setting is delayed. I think I know what the problem is. We're going to try and fix it at the first opportunity. In the meantime, we're going to stay with this game as PG County trying to get a counterattack here. Pass goes out. Shot taken. It's broken up by by Brendan Eibner. Pass it down to Johnny Sisse, number 3. Sisse with a pass up over the head of his intended target. I believe that was number 13, Anthony Garcia, and it goes out of bounds. Goal kick coming up here for the Cardinals. Good defensive stand for the Big Red Wall, doing what they do best. They started the season off very hot with some impressive showings against some of the top teams in Region 20. They had their struggles midway through the season, but they have managed to get back on track recently with some excellent saves, particularly out of Franklin Duarte, the stellar freshman goalkeeper. There's a reason we get, only the best defenses get a nickname. There's a reason we gave one to ours. Caleb Acano breaking up that play. PG County's going to have to come up with something else here. Pass it down to Cisse, covered by Ramirez. Cisse will try to place it for Madawuba. Gets a crosser off, broken up by Colton Taylor. Great play there by the big man. Now the offense trying to get something back. There's a nice play there by Mike Miranda. Fights for it. Gets it to Ramirez, and Ramirez sends it up for Alonso. Alonso's got 3 guys to beat. Can he get there? Got a little tangled up with number 27. That's Dexter Nguikam, excuse me. And back it goes the other way. PG County trying to find their open man. They're once again trying to go to Madawuba. Madawuba closed in, kept in check there by Astudio. He passes out to Garcia. Garcia nearly hits the ref with that pass. Here's a shot, and a nice save there by Franklin Duarte. Beautiful diving save.
Great save there. Catonsville's defense looks great so far, forcing shots from the outside.
That's what they have done best all season long, forcing their opponent to make the tough shots. It's very rare that you're going to get inside the box and get a clean shot off on this Catonsville defense. Another chance here for PG County. Almost broken up by Acano. It was broken up by Acano. That's what he does best. The captain in the middle, breaking up those plays. They get it out to Hogan. Hogan keeps it in bounds with a nice play. And now Hogan racing down the far side of the pitch, looking for an open man. Sets up a play, and it's broken up by the goalkeeper, O'Day. Hey, that rhymes. O'Day will send that up to midfield, picked up by Madawuba, excuse me. Miranda getting in there. Gio Alonso trying to get back to cover that up, and it's intercepted there by Brendan Eibner. Eibner kicks it up, out of bounds. Possession will go back to the Owls here. So 35.5 minutes to go here in the first half. It's 1-0 Catonsville. Again, we apologize for our technical issue with our overlay. We will get that fixed as soon as we can. If we get a stoppage or a timeout here. Good pressure there by Catonsville's defense, forcing it out of bounds. PG County back on the attack.
So we're actually seeing Catonsville line up here in a 4-4-2 formation, a bit more defensive than we have seen this season. Cardinals clearly prioritizing defense against this offensive-heavy PG County team.
And there is a good reason for that. This PG County team has won their last 3 games. They were sitting at 2-4-1 on the season, and then they went on a hot streak, winning 3 straight, including some impressive offensive showings. As Duarte breaks up that play. So the Cardinals definitely prioritizing their defense here for this game, knowing what this Owls team can do. Duarte will roll it out to Colton Taylor to begin this next attack by the Cardinals. Taylor gets it up to Hogan. Hogan crossing up to the middle, trying to find Ramirez. It's broken up by Cisse. Acano doing his best to interrupt that play, kept alive by Garcia. Now here's a deep pass up, blocked by Miguel Figueroa. He gets it out to Mike Miranda. Miranda will send that one up, trying to get it to Gio Alonso. Alonso racing, trying to beat his man to get there. That's Nguikam. He's fighting, and he manages to get away, goes out of bounds, but possession will go to the Cardinals. Good hustle there by Gio Alonso to keep that play alive for the Cardinals. The throw-in goes to Eibner. Eibner gets it back to Gio Guerrero. Guerrero has his pass blocked. Miranda trying to come in to keep it alive, but it's taken away by PG County. And they're going to try to get it down to their man on the far side. I can't see that jersey number. We'll get that to you in a second. He gets off a crosser. Duarte, goal! PG County. And just like that, the Owls have tied it up. My question here is, are they going to rule that as a goal for PG County or an own goal? Because I think Astudillo may have been the last person to touch it as they were fighting for it. That was a tough shot to block, though. Cardinals did their best.
Great offensive run there from the Owls. They called it Catonsville, lacking on a counterattack there, and just played a beautiful cross for an easy finish.
We're going to try and see. I think they're going to say that the goal is going to go to Chukwuma Marawuba with the assist from Osanose Ipagui. Although that was close to being an own goal, it looked like for a second. Or my eyes might be deceiving me. So Cardinals coming on the counterattack. Guerrero sends it up for Astudillo. Astudillo puts it up. And it will just skirt out of bounds. Hogan gets a shot off. It's blocked. Bounces back for the Cardinals. Great header there by Eibner to keep it in play. Hogan trying to get a pass off. Collects his own deflection. It's stolen away instead by number 10. That's Tello. Taylor comes in to try and keep the play alive, and Akano finally does. Well, he tried to. Cisse breaks it up. And now another chance here. Marawuba passes out to Cisse. Cisse gets a cross off. Broken up by Gio Guerrero, and it will bounce out of bounds. Possession will stay with PG.
Chukwuma Marawuba, the assist to 15. Onesnos Iwagwin, 11-21, New York High at 1.
Ball tossed in. Guerrero with a nice header. Defense trying to force it back. Starting to see PG County start to get some of the momentum here. Here's a crosser by Cisse, broken up by Taylor. Good play there by the big man. And Figueroa pushes it back. Here's Miranda fighting with Cisse. Oh, he gets tripped up. That's a foul. Foul on number 3, Johnny Cisse, as he and Mike Miranda get tangled together, and Miranda took the worst of it. Miranda back on his feet. Taking the free kick, it looks like, will be number 14, Miguel Figueroa. Figueroa's free kick down, headed up. Eibner's going to come up to keep it alive. He was perfectly placed over there. Eibner almost gets tripped up and has it taken away by Garcia. And now on the response, here comes PG County. Akano, beautiful play there to give it back to Catonsville. They get it up to Hogan. Hogan passes over to Guerrero. Guerrero, deep pass for Ramirez. He's got one man to beat. Can he get in front of Cisse? He will. Cisse will hit it, and it will ricochet out of bounds there. Cardinals will retain possession, as I believe we're about to have our first substitute of the game. We will. Entering the game for the Cardinals, it looks like, is going to be number 10, Sharif Haidera, out of Conakry, Guinea. He will enter the game for Jason Astudillo. And right there, you see a miscommunication. Ball goes out of bounds, possession to PG County. So Astudillo out of the game. He's going to trot back to the bench. Haidera in. Let's see what he can do. As here's Ramirez. Puts that pass up, trying to get it to Alonso. He's fighting for it. Sent back by number 4, Mohamed Salah. Stolen away by Miranda. What a steal. He places it for Haidera. Haidera, pass blocked. Ricochet taken by Ramirez. Ramirez dodging away. Puts up a play. Hogan maybe has a chance. He's fighting for it. Out of bounds, and it's going to be a corner kick for the Cardinals.
Corner kick, Catonsville.
And folks, if you did hear over the commentary, that is not the Mohamed Salah. Yes, they do share the name, though. We had a field day with that when we saw the roster list. That's number 4 for PG County. Corner on its way. Missed header, rebound by Alonzo. And a good defensive stand by PG. Might have another chance here to show what they can do. Sharif with a header sends it up. And it'll finally be collected. Maybe. Cardinals are playing tough D here. It will be collected by the Owls. They'll send one deep, headed away by Figueroa, but kept alive by Garcia. So PG County right now trying to find an opening here against Catonsville's defense. And that opening they find is on their own bench. They accidentally kick it out of bounds. So with about 27 minutes to go here in the first, it is 1-1. Cardinals struck first off of that Mike Miranda goal. PG responded with a score from Chakuma Marawuba. Now with another chance for the Cardinals. Here's Ramirez. Ramirez gets the cross off. And it's broken up by the Owls. Maybe a chance, though. Hydera trying to get away from 2 men. Passes it out to Miranda. And it's knocked away. Cardinals have had plenty of excellent looks on offense.
Yeah, we've seen some great offensive play here, especially from Bradley Ramirez here. He's created a lot of opportunities, played a lot of crosses, begging to be put in the back of the net here.
And now we're just waiting for one of those to conclude with a goal. But the Cardinals still, they've looked great so far. Here's Akano. Trying to get it up for Ramirez. This is going to be close. Ramirez! He got one finally! Gets past the keeper and scores, and it's 2-1. Bradley Ramirez, what a play! Off a beautiful pass from Caleb Akano. And just like that, it's 2-1 Catonsville. What? What were you saying there about Ramirez getting good looks?
Yeah, we've seen some great production from him this game. Way too many crosses not finished there, and he did it himself this time, so love that from Bradley Ramirez.
It looks to me that the offensive attack that we saw from the last game against Southern Maryland is still here for the Cardinals in this game. Their offense has not let up after that excellent showing against the Hawks. As there's Akano trying to keep it under control. Gets a little bicycle kick away, gets it to Hydera. That was a little scary moment there as he was surrounded by Navy jerseys, but he's able to get out of it. Good, tough play there by Akano. Eibner gets a pass off, deflected. Hydera is there. He gets it down for Ramirez. And Ramirez is just going to let it go out of bounds this time. Cardinals, meanwhile, have a bunch of subs ready to come in. We'll get their names and numbers to you in just a second when they check in. As here's Mike Miranda. Surrounded by 3 jerseys, 3 Navy jerseys. Can he break out of this? No, he can't. That PG defense was just a little too tough on that time, but a good effort there by Miranda. Now a chance here. They're trying to get it down to number 15. This is the same play we saw them score on earlier. This time, though, Eibner is able to stop it before they can get a pass off. They're going for a cross. It's headed out of there by Figueroa. And corralled by Miranda. A little bit of a jersey hold there, but nope, no harm done. As they get it down to Gio Alonso. Here's Alonso. Fighting for it. Oh, that's going to be a foul on Alonso as number 12, Randy Salvador, hit the turf. And that's not pleasant, falling on that turf. That is not pleasant at all. So the Cardinals will send in some subs now. Aziz Moti will enter the game, number 21, as he will replace Mike Miranda. Moti out of my old high school, Sherwood High School, up in Silver Spring, Maryland, number 21. He's had a good season so far, the freshman. Led the Cardinals in shots at one point early in the year, and has played a key role in the Cardinals' midfield. Now the Owls trying to get a counterattack going, and won't work that time. Out of bounds, and here come more subs. So entering the game for the Cardinals will be, it looks like, number 12, Abdul Lom.
Multiple substitutions for Catonsville.
I think that's number 4, Russ Michael Douglas, who's entered the game, and number 2, King Remy. We've seen plenty of all of these guys this year. All of them have had very excellent seasons so far. Here's Abdul Lom. Gets a pass off to Moti. Moti looking for an opening. Passes it up to King Remy. Remy, one of the fastest players on this Cardinals team. See if he can use his speed here to get around Salvador. Salvador does manage to break that one up that time, but Remy is right back to play defense. PG trying to make it up. That ball out of bounds, and it ricochets off our medical gator. They're going to quickly throw back in. Here's a chance for PG County. Trying to get a cross off. Broken up. Nice play there. PG County wanted a foul. They're not going to get it, as number 15 went down. Great defense there by the Cardinals, including Colton Taylor, who was in the middle of that. There were a handful of white jerseys who played a great play there. Number 15 for PG County is still down, by the way, as the Owls get a steal. Out of bounds it goes. And possession back to the Cardinals. Number 15, by the way, Osanose Ipagui, is back on his feet. He was down for an extended period of time. And we do have a Cardinal player down. That's Miguel Figueroa. He is on the ground. And he's going to get back to his feet as well. There were a couple of players who were hitting the deck back there. By the way, it's not number 4 who checked in for the Cardinals, was Michael Douglas. My mistake. I misread the jersey number. That's actually number 26, Daniel Adjai. As it looks like Figueroa is actually going to sub out of the game. Brennan Eibner is going to head back in. So Daniel Adjai is now into the contest. Number 26 for the Cardinals, out of another graduate of Sherwood High School. And he hits it to his old high school teammate, Aziz Moti. So Figueroa out, and he's going to head over to the medical gator, to our athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller. Hopefully everything's okay with Figueroa. The Cardinals back on the attack. Meanwhile, PG also made a sub. We'll get that to you in a second. Here's King Remy. Teetering on the back. He puts a crosser out. Puts a cross out, but it goes out of bounds. By the way, the sub that came in for PG County was number 20. As we got some more subs coming in. See who the subs are in for PG County. It's a little hard to see their numbers from the front end of their jersey. Looks like entering the game. We'll get those names in just a second, ladies and gentlemen. In the meantime, Cardinals back on the attack. About 21 minutes to go. 2-1, Catonsville leads. Again, we apologize for our overlay setting not working. We will get that fixed as soon as we can. Cardinals trying to get an attack off here as Loam hits the turf. Goal kick coming up for the Owls. And we do hope that Miguel Figueroa is going to be okay. Young freshman player has started the season on the bench, but has become a member of the starting lineup and has done an excellent job on the defensive side of the ball so far this season. As there's a foul. That one going against PG as Aziz Moti hit the turf. They're going to pass the free kick out to Akano. Akano parting the Red Sea there between two Navy jerseys. Gets it out to King Remy. Remy has it knocked out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Cardinals. Trying to keep it alive. Eibner puts up a deep pass. It goes up, and I think it stayed alive. It did. Moti kept it alive. Now Abdul Loam fighting for it. Puts up a cross, and it's going to be scooped up by O'Day. That was borderline. It landed right near the line. I thought for a second it was out of bounds, but Moti played it smart there. He knew it was still in bounds, and he got a header off to keep that play alive. Now the Cardinals coming back once again. Akano sends it down to Alonso, who got tied up. And that's an offside call against Catonsville. It's one of the reasons why we have you with us, Anthony. You're able to get those calls faster than I am. Ball was moving there. Needs to be still for the free kick. PG a little too aggressive there to get it off. Trying to get some passes up. That one knocked out of bounds and broken up by guess who? Caleb Akano. He does such a good job of breaking up plays before they can even really materialize. It's one of the reasons he's the captain of this Cardinals team. PG trying to find an open man here, and they might have a chance. Cardinals defense coming back to get some work done, and they'll break it up. Brennan Eibner finishes it up, but it was mostly Caleb Akano who was fighting hard as Daniel Adjai knocks that one out of bounds. So it was Caleb Akano who was forced PG County to try and get a pass off there. Gonna let that one go out of bounds. Cardinal possession here with about 18 minutes to go in the first half. And they'll have possession once again as Madawuba accidentally knocks that out of bounds. Ajay throws it in, knocked up and taken away by PG. Duarte. Deep kick downfield, breaking it up before number 23, Julian Bluis, could get there. Now here's a chance for the Cardinals. Hydera trying to place it for Alonso. It's broken up before he can get it there. Cardinals still looking for an open man here as PG back on the attack. Big collision there, and that's going to be a foul as Moti came in hard and collided with number 20, Oluwada Milola Ogumbode. I think I got that one. So that collision between Ogumbode and Moti will give a free kick to PG deep in Catonsville territory. Taking the free kick will be Anthony Garcia, number 13. And a chance for PG to try and even this one up. 16 and a half minutes to go. They trail 2-1 after that Bradley Ramirez goal. Garcia will take the free kick. Cardinals with a nice wall there in front of him. On its way. Bounces off the crossbar. A little tip there by Duarte, and he makes the save. How about that from Franklin Duarte? Bounces off the crossbar, and a fantastic save, and you see Colton Taylor coming over there to give him a pat on the head. That's the good job, buddy, Pat. Guerrero passing down to Adjai. Cardinals back on the attack. You may have noticed, yes, I am getting his name right. I had been saying his name wrong for a handful of games, but it's right this time. That's Daniel Adjai. Here's Moti. Trying to get it up for King Remy. Intercepted by Salvador. Oh, there's a whistle. I think they're going to call Remy there. I did see some Navy jersey getting tugged. So Remy and Salvador got a little handsy there. Foul on Catonsville. Free kick coming up here for PG. Owls trying to get it down. Garcia keeps it alive and another foul called. I think that one's on number 23, Julian Blues. Excuse me, Julian Blues. As he was the closest PG player to the ball when the foul was called. It is on PG. It is on PG Community College. Free kick goes down to Guerrero. He will pass back up to Taylor. Taylor passing up to Eibner. Eibner, nice play there, trying to get it to Remy. And look at Eibner coming up there, keeping that ball alive. Brendan Eibner. Great play here, passing down to Abdul Loam. He's got daylight in front of him. Loam puts up a cross. Moti, oh, he missed the shot. Wide open shot there. Moti misses it. Cardinals are going to have to hurry back to get on defense, and Nakano breaks up that play, doing what he does best. They get it back to Moti. Moti places it up, trying to get it to King Remy. It's intercepted by Salvador. Now PG trying to place it for Matawuba. Good defense by Ajay, pushing him into a corner. Out of bounds, corner kick for PG. So close were the Cardinals on that last possession to getting their third goal of the game. Now let's see if their defense can hold up.
We see PG putting some pressure on the Cardinals' back line, especially late in this first half. They're going to try and equalize here.
I'll tell you what, folks. We've got about, I would say, 13 minutes left. We'll hold that thought. Corner kick on its way, and it misses several Navy jerseys. PG's going to try and keep it alive here. Garcia feints a pass, now gets one off, broken up by Akano. It will roll out of bounds for another corner. Like I was saying, to finish that thought from earlier, we've got about 13 minutes to go in this game, and this has already been a fantastic game of soccer so far. God knows what's in store for the rest of the game. I'm excited. Garcia will send the corner on its way. One player went down hard, and they're going to stop the game. They're going to whistle the game here because a Catonsville player went down hard. I'm trying to see who that was. I think that's Sharif Haidara. It was Sharif Haidara. I believe he got hit in the face. Maybe got elbowed in the face. Well, we have an intramural soccer program here at Catonsville, and that happened to somebody today during it. Somebody got elbowed in the jaw. That hurts. The good news is Haidara, he's tough. He's back on his feet, and he's playing. So good to see him back on his feet. PG will be on the attack here with 12 and a half minutes to go. Akano trying to break that play up. It's picked up by King Remy. Remy passes back to Gio Guerrero. And Guerrero will send it back to Duarte. Duarte puts it up for Colton Taylor. Taylor up for Eibner. Eibner passing it up to Akano. Akano trying to get it back to Eibner, it looks like. A little too much power there on the kick, goes out of bounds. No harm done. In comes an army of subs. In for the Cardinals, it's going to be Ramirez, Miranda, Figueroa. Great to see him back in. Hogan.
For both squads.
And Michael Douglas, number 4, making his first appearance of the game. Also, 3 substitutes coming in for PG County. We will get their names as soon as we can identify who came in. But for the Cardinals, they're going to send in most of their starting lineup now to finish out this half, I would think, with 11 and a half minutes to go. Taylor, good block there. Heads it back. Great play by Colton Taylor. Get it to Duarte. Puts up a nice kick there. It's picked up instead by PG. They'll send it down, trying to get it to Matawuba in the corner. Cross blocked by Figueroa, out of bounds. But they're going to... Offside is called instead. Thought we were going to get another corner, but they're going to call offsides instead. And that'll give the ball back to the Cardinals now with just about 10 minutes to go here in this first half. 10 minutes to go in what's been a thrilling first half so far. Both teams plenty of chances. Cardinals leading 2-1. And again, we will fix our overlay settings so it shows the right time and right score as soon as we can. I think we're going to wait until halftime to do that because we really haven't an opportunity. No, I don't think the clock has stopped once in this first half. It has not. PG trying to get an opportunity. Akano trying his best to break that up, and he does manage to do just that. PG County's going to have to reset here and think of a different strategy. Deep shot. Duarte knocks it away. That's going to bring up a PG County corner, but an excellent stop there by Franklin Duarte. He's had a couple great ones so far today. We'll deal with that problem later. Corner kick on its way. Knocked up and knocked away by Sharif Haidara. And now Ramirez trying to come in to keep it alive. Akano trying to keep it alive. Excuse me, that's Russ Michael Douglas. That 4 looked like a 6 for a hot second there. PG back on the attack. And that's going to roll out of bounds. Possession will go to the Cardinals. If you heard blowing, folks, I got a stink bug on one of my screens. That's one of the side effects of being outside, so I'm just going to flick him off. There you go, buddy. That's one of the side effects of moving outside of our press box, is the bugs are going to be part of the broadcast, but that's okay, no harm done. If you did hear me blowing on a screen, though, that was me trying to get him off. Defense trying to come up here. Slips past... Slips past number 17, Matawuba. Possession will stay with PG. Sase tosses in for Blues. Blues trying to get it to number 7. That's one of the new players who subbed in. They get a cross off, maybe a chance. No, Duarte. Nice cover. About 8 minutes to go. Franklin Duarte's already made some spectacular saves today. And that kept in bounds? No. It did go out of bounds, it looked like. For a second, it looked like Ramirez had kept that ball from going out of bounds. It did slip out. Maybe a chance. No. Cardinals defense will come up strong once again here. And another corner kick for PG. Well, the Cardinals have survived all of the corner attempts so far. Let's see if they can keep it up now. Kick on its way. Blocked away by Duarte. Great play. And now Ramirez fighting to keep control of the ball. He'll keep it from going out of bounds. Pass is partially deflected by Salvador. Miranda keeping it alive, though. Gets a pass off for Douglas. And Douglas is going to backtrack here and pass back to Ramirez. I don't think the Cardinals had a lot of options downfield there, so they're just going to wait for their offense to get into position. Haidara passes back to Colton Taylor. Taylor up to Eibner. Eibner to Haidara. He has it knocked away. Colton Taylor trying to keep it alive, fighting for it. It does go out of bounds, and possession will go to the Cardinals. 6 minutes to go in the first half. Cardinals are going to sub in Jason Astudillo to replace Chris Michael Douglas. And he's back into the game for the first time since early in this first half. Been great to see Astudillo get a couple of starts. This is his second straight start at home. He started last game as well. It's great to see players who started the season off on the bench move into the starting lineup. We love to see the progression of our players. Here's Gio Guerrero passing down to Bradley Ramirez. Ramirez might have an opportunity here. Ramirez, his shot partially blocked. PG back on the attack. Taylor trying to come in there and break up that play. Akano keeping it alive. It gets batted out of bounds by Sase. Cardinals will have possession. About 5 minutes to go here, ladies and gentlemen, in the first half. 2-1 the score. Catonsville leads. What has been a fast-paced and exciting half. Hogan. Dancing around his opponents, keeping it alive. He gets knocked to the ground, and that's going to be a penalty. And maybe more. Yes, a yellow card on PG County. I'm trying to see who exactly it was on as Hogan hit the turf. I know which player it was. It's just they won't turn around. I can't see their jersey. First yellow card of the game here with just under 5 minutes to go in the first half as Michael Hogan gets shoved to the turf. Don't quote me on this. I think it was number 20. I don't know for certain, so we're going to hold off on speculation. Taylor takes the free kick. Downfield it goes. Guerrero trying to corral it, and he'll pass back to Figueroa. Figueroa trying to find an open man. Pass it downfield. I think he was aiming for Astudillo. The offense looking for an opportunity here. Falling back on defense. Miranda coming in there, breaking up that play. Pass still finds its intended target, and PG's back in business. Well, they were in business. Rolls out of bounds. Possession should go to the Cardinals. It will. Under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Again, the score 2-1. And don't worry, folks, we will fix our overlay at the half. Guerrero passing back to Figueroa. Figueroa waiting for an opportunity. Now is going to send a deep pass down. Astudillo is there to cover it. Astudillo keeping it alive. Here's Jason Astudillo. Puts up a cross. Batted right back to him by number 4, Mohamed Salah. So a good chance there for Jason Astudillo, but PG's defense comes up tough. Akano breaks up that play. Passing up towards Hogan. Blocked back. PG looking for an opening. Eibner blocks that pass. Hydera gets the rebound. He's going to pass it off to Ramirez. Ramirez trying to find Miranda. Miranda fighting for it. Salah will knock it back. Now Ramirez has a chance. Ramirez. Oh, tripped up. That's going to be a foul. Foul on Sase. He's arguing his case. And a free kick coming up here for the Cardinals. Guerrero will take the kick. Kick is on its way. Headed up. PG's going to regain possession here with under 2 minutes to go. As that one will roll out of bounds. Possession back to the Cardinals. Astudillo throws in, and that's going to be knocked away by the Owls. Eibner maybe, he's going to get a header up. Nice pass by Akano to Hydera. What a pass that was, as Hydera has it taken away by number 10, Gabriel Pereatello. PG back on the attack. Minute and a half left to go if they want to try and get the equalizer in. If they can, it'll be a 1-point lead at the half for the Cardinals. Maybe a chance here. Miranda passes out to... No one was down there for that one, as we've got 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go in the first half. Passing down to Sisse. Sisse, nice placement there, trying to get it to Maruuba. Maruuba fighting to get around Figueroa. He's got a slight size advantage, but Figueroa is not letting that slow him down. He's playing him tough. He passes back out to Sisse. Sisse, nice pass between two players. Akano gets knocked. Maruuba puts it up. And it's broken up by Miranda. I think it missed its target, but a great play by the Catonsville defense as they come up with a huge stop there. Great effort there by the Cardinals, especially Miguel Figueroa. That one deflected off of Hogan's shin guards, out of bounds. Final seconds ticking away here in this first half, and that's probably going to wrap things up unless we get one last hit. Hydera will send it out of bounds, and that's going to do it for the first half. 2-1 the score as we head into the half, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back in 15 minutes as the Cardinals lead 2-1 as we go into the halftime. And we are back live here at the Joseph P. and Mildred Murray Stadium Field, the Cardinals' nest, as the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals men's soccer team leads 2-1 over the Prince George's Community College Owls. It's been a fun game so far. This is the big man outside of the booth today, Isaac Donsky, along with Anthony Vaca, my cameraman. What's your thoughts on the first half so far, Anthony? It's been a fun one.
Very great match here from both sides. Very evenly played. Cardinals just came out on top there from some offensive play. Seen a lot of good stuff, especially from Caleb O'Connor here, controlling the midfield very well, being the great captain for his team.
That's well said, and we've seen some excellent play so far from the offense. All 3 goals in this game scored by crossers. It was Mike Miranda who struck first. And then it was a response by PG, that being from number 17, Chukuma Matawuba. And then that was followed by a score from Bradley Ramirez. The defense is locked down for the second part of the first half, and now we're getting set for the second half here. See if Catonsville can keep the pressure up and snatch up their sixth win of the season. Cardinals so far this year got wins over Mercer County, Howard Community College, Hagerstown Community College, Carroll Community College, and their most recent victory was over Westmoreland Community College, that 9-0 beatdown. The biggest win the Cardinals have had since 2019. Once again, the Cardinals wearing their home whites with red numbers and black trim. PG County will be wearing navy jerseys with a light blue front, light blue numbers, and black trim. Cardinals huddled up here as we get ready to start this second half. 45 minutes to determine who will win this one. It's been a great game so far. Again, a big shout out to Anthony for joining me up here in the booth today. And I hope you folks at home are having fun with us, having a more open booth. Deciding to bring the camera outside. We've been able to see all of the entire field today and not have the ends cut off, as it happens sometimes. You might have to make several announcements about people staying off the field. Just letting you know now. I'd wait until somebody actually does it. Check, make sure that works. I'm going to start it. And we are underway, and you can notice right off the bat that our yes, it is true. Our overlay is working. We actually got it to work for once. So let's see what the Cardinals could do here as we begin the second half. Passing back to Duarte. Duarte, nice kick upfield, trying to find Jason Astudillo. Big collision there. Astudillo manages to stay on his feet. And they're going to pass down now to PG. Owls looking for an opportunity. Ramirez heads that one up. Might be a chance. No, broken up by Ramirez. And he'll send it up for Sharif Haidera. Haidera fighting for it. Looking for an opening. He sends it down. He sends it down to Michael Hogan. Hogan fighting, tiptoeing the sideline, and it finally does roll out of bounds. Possession will go to the Owls. Not if Gio Guerrero has anything to say about that. He sends it back the other way, as that'll do it for the first minute here of the second half. Caleb Acano controlling the midfield, like Anthony said. Trying to get it to Astudillo. Out of bounds. Possession will go back to PG. We do have a football game of the other football here later tonight. High school football match. So we do apologize if we don't have a lot of post game for today's contest. We might have to just after today's contest is over, we might have to just have some quick thoughts and then hang it up, because we do have a game tonight here. Catonsville is hosting a local high school game. PG now with a chance. Getting a shot off, blocked there by Figueroa. Kept alive, Astudillo sends it up as we've got 2 men down, 2 players down, 1 from each team. I think Acano is one of them. Clock is stopped now as we've got 2 players down. One is number 17. That is Matawuba. The other is Caleb Akano, and they're going to call our athletic trainer, Miss Abby Miller, out onto the field to check out Matawuba. Akano is now sitting up. "43 minutes and 2 seconds to go. It's a big collision there between Akano and Matawuba. Akano is back on his feet, catching his breath. Matawuba still down. And he's rolled over onto his back now to get some assistance getting up. Chukuma Matawuba, ladies and gentlemen. He'll be helped off the field, and we hope for the best. Do we know what the call was? Was it, So we're not sure exactly who the call was, but by the placement of the team, I'm going to say the foul was on Catonsville. If there was one. I don't believe there was. Back underway we go. Pass up by Salvador, trying to get a header, and it slips past Lewis as there's an offsides call. I noticed, got a good crowd out here tonight. Pretty much everybody, though, I've just noticed. One of the reasons, now that we're outside of the press box, we can actually see there's actually a fairly good crowd out here tonight on the top levels. Figueroa passing down, trying to get it to Mike Miranda. No luck there, out of bounds. Possession is going to stick with the Cardinals, though, as I think the last person to touch it was, in fact, a PG player. Astudillo tosses in, fighting for it. And it went right back out of bounds. It passes by PG. That one didn't find its target. It's picked up instead by Brennan Eibner. He's got to be careful as he avoids loose. Sending it back. My apologies, folks. That's not number 23. That's actually number 28, Ike Obizuo, number 28. We had the 3 and the 8 mixed up there. My apologies. Duarte with the ball now, surveying the territory in front of him. He's got to act quickly here, and he'll send it up, trying to find Astudillo. It's picked up instead by Gio Alonso. Alonso will pass back to Miguel Figueroa. Figueroa goes to Ramirez. Ramirez, nice pass back to Figueroa. Now Figueroa passes up to Gio Guerrero. Guerrero back to Figueroa. Cardinals not really pushing here. Nice play there by Figueroa, though. Nice fake, and he passes up to Mike Miranda. Great play there. Now Miranda passing it out, trying to get it to Astudillo, but it gets past him, and it is scooped up instead by Ode. Cardinals have had some good. That was a good play there by Catonsville. Excuse me. Got a little tongue-tied there on the response. Trying to get it down to number 9. That is Francis Ogbankwa. He'll toss in. Little header. Intercepted and broken up by Gio Alonso. Alonso will pass back to Colton Taylor. Taylor gets it back to Duarte. And Duarte will send it up to Figueroa. Figueroa finds Miranda, broken up again, but Hydera gets in there and breaks up that play, and he's going to pass up to Ramirez, will at least try to. And now Guerrero. Deep pass down to Hogan. Michael Hogan was out of bounds when he touched the ball. Some confusion here. I think they're saying white ball. It should be white ball here. It's going to be PG County ball, though. Salvador will toss in. A little confusing moment there. Both teams not sure who exactly should have had the ball. And that time, once again, it'll be PG County. A little trench warfare here as they keep inching forward down the pitch. Salvador will toss it in. Intercepted by Hogan, excuse me. And the Cardinals back on the attack. Guerrero's going to let Figueroa handle this one. Figueroa gets it up to Hydera. Hydera keeping it alive. Passes out. Down goes Astudillo. He's back on his feet, and he's back to attacking his man. Figueroa slide tackle. What a play there by Miguel Figueroa. Slamming in there on Ipagui. It'll still be PG ball, but what a play there by Miguel Figueroa.
Yeah, absolutely. You just love to see that here from the big red wall coming down the second half strong here.
Still fighting here. Astudillo with a slide tackle trying to break up that play. Fighting hard out of bounds, and that's going to be Catonsville ball. As I think we're about to get a substitute. Yes, Caleb Acano is going to head back into the game. I think he's going to replace Jason Astudillo. We didn't see that sub earlier, but that makes sense. If he and Jakuma Marawuba clashed heads together, he would have to be checked out via concussion protocol just to be safe. But it's good to see him back into the contest now. Caleb Acano's been having an excellent game in the midfield. Cardinals trying to press upfield. Miranda passing up for Ramirez. Ramirez using his speed. Looking for a man. He's trying to get it to Gio Alonso, and it's broken up by PG County. Kept alive by Eibner, though. Salvador. Passing up for Ogbankwa. Fighting for it is Colton Taylor. Now Hogan able to get in there. He's boxed into a corner. Goes out of bounds. PG County a little more in control of possession here in the second half, but the big red wall is coming up strong. Now PG looking for an opening. That ball to no one in particular. Kept alive by Acano. Owls trying to find a chance here. They might have it with Garcia. Gets off a shot. Duarte with the save. An excellent save, as always, by Franklin Duarte, keeping it at 2-1. We're getting a good look here at this red wall defense, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. We just love to see some offensive production here in the second half. Cardinals offense looked great first half.
Might get a chance right there as Ramirez trying to fight for the ball. Almost. Oh, he got hit hard. Ooh, Ramirez got hit hard. Ramirez got hit hard there. I think he got cleated on the knee as he was trying to get that ball. And he is still down. We might see our athletic trainer come out. Ramirez stomping the turf in anger there. So Ramirez back to his feet. Good to see. As he got hit hard there. "36 minutes, 3 seconds to go here in the second half. Still 2-1 Catonsville. Cardinals offense hasn't been able to move the ball as well as they did in the first half, but the defense has come up very strong here with some big saves, keeping this game close. Here's Obe. Got to watch out. Miranda is pressuring him, as is Alonso. Cardinals offense now starting to get into it. They probably heard that last quote. Hydera, nice steal there. Let's say the offense probably heard that last comment from me and are like, oh yeah, watch this. Gio Guerrero. He had that great goal in the last game. Puts that one up, was trying to get it to Hogan, and it rolls out of bounds. Substitutes now coming in. PG County will send in one man. Trying to see who that is. Another man coming in now for Catonsville. I believe that's Abdulom, number 12. Yes, it is. And we realize we just had a little technical issue there. We're going to fix that for you now. There we go. Sorry about that. Salvador with the ball. PG going to have to reset here. No, they're going to get a pass off, deep pass. They're trying to get it down to number 15, Ipagui. And he's pushed out of bounds. Nice defensive play there by Gio Guerrero, forcing Ipagui out of bounds with the ball. Figueroa passing up to Abdulom, who's just checked into the game. He gets it to Gio Guerrero. Guerrero trying to find, I think, Miranda. He will get to him after a bad pass there by PG. Passing it down, Hogan trying to fight for it. Hogan out of bounds. Cardinals will have possession. The speed of Michael Hogan helping out the Cardinals here. Hogan tosses in for Miranda. Miranda passing back to Hogan. Got to be careful. There's defenders everywhere. Hogan looking for a man. Hogan gets a cross off. Shot blocked. Loam had an opportunity there, but a good defensive stand by the Owls. And Eibner pressuring Ogbankwa out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Owls. They get it to Tello. Tello back to Ogbankwa. Ogbankwa will pass up to Garcia. Garcia will go up to Sese. Sese breaking past not one but two defenders. Hands off to number 10. That's Tello. They get it to Ogbankwa again. Miranda, good play. Hogan, look at Michael Hogan. Oh, he gets tossed to the ground. Foul on Francis Ogbankwa as he and Michael Hogan got tied up. Hogan back on his feet. He's a tough player, Michael Hogan. And Colton Taylor will take the free kick, and he'll just send it back to Franklin Duarte. Got just under 33 minutes to go here. Headed out of bounds by Salvador. Eibner will toss in. Tosses into Akano. Akano. Nice little play there to try and break it away from. Oh, that's great to see. Matawuba's back into the contest. Nice pass down, trying to get it to Guerrero. Goes out of bounds. Possession will stay with the Cardinals. Cardinals trying to find an open man here. Taken away by Eibner. Great play. Eibner. Pass is deflected by Villatoro Giron. Now there's a play. Akano goes down, colliding with Ogbenkwa. No foul called on the play. Ogbenkwa. Tough play by Hogan. Ooh, Hogan got tossed. And that time it's going to be on Michael Hogan. So a free kick for PG County, deep in Catonsville territory. Hogan and Ogbenkwa have come to blows twice now, and both have received a foul off of that. Cardinals are going to form up a defensive wall here, as taking the free kick will be number 10, Perea Talo. Talo puts it up. Headed away by Gio Guerrero, it looks like. But PG might have another chance. Kept alive, Guerrero fighting for it. Figueroa breaks for it, and Colton Taylor knocks it out of there, getting it to Mike Miranda. Miranda passing out to Sharif Idera, back to Miranda. Now the Cardinals back on the counterattack. Can they keep the momentum going? Miranda passing it up to Hogan. It's deflected out of bounds, so possession will stay with the Cardinals. Great defensive stand by the Big Red Wall. And now, can the offense keep the momentum going? We didn't see a ton of defensive highlights in the first half, mainly due to the Cardinals controlling the ball in offense, but now we're seeing the defense come up strong here. As here is Miranda fighting for it, still fighting for it. Eibner comes in there, and it gets deflected off of Miranda out of bounds. Let me correct myself on that, folks. We did see plenty of defensive highlights in the first half. Franklin Duarte had plenty of great saves. It was just that the offense was more in control in that half. Right now, the defense is kind of taking control here as PG is having a lot more chances on offense. But Catonsville's defense is holding strong.
Yeah, we're actually seeing these two teams in quite a deadlock right now, both playing very evenly matched in the second half. Looking to see who breaks through first here.
Now, we kind of saw the start of that at the end of the first half, as now Catonsville may be with the chance. Here's Sharif Hydera trying to find an open man. Hydera breaking through. He gets knocked to the ground. No foul called. Are you serious? Okay. Hydera is still down. PG passes up to Ogbenkwa. He's covered by Eibner. Eibner trying to fight through. Broken up by Akano. Hydera still down. He was clutching the back of his head. Now he gets to his feet. That's great to see. Here's Abdul Lom. Passing out to Akano. I still can't believe they didn't call a foul for that one. I know I'm not supposed to be entirely one-sided here, but that should have been a foul, as that's a great play by Gio Alonso. Fighting for the ball, keeping it alive, trying to find Abdul Lom. Passes back, here's Hydera. Can Hydera get a pass off? He's trying to find a way around the defense. He does get it up to Mike Miranda. Eibner coming up now. Might have a chance. Miranda with a shot. Takes a bounce and falls into the hands of the keeper, O'Day. So a good attack there by the Cardinals. They're going to have to fall back on defense here. But they're getting closer and closer. You can tell the Cardinals have done this several times this season, where they've gotten really close to scoring over and over again, but just haven't been able to get a goal in, and they finally break through, and next thing, they're up big. It's happened multiple times this season where you just know they are going to score if they keep doing what they're doing, and they're doing exactly what they need to do right now. Miranda passes back to Taylor. Taylor back to Duarte. Second half. I almost said first half for a second. Hydera passes down to Miranda. Miranda looking for options. He's got Hogan. Hogan. Nice cross up to Guerrero. Gets deflected back by PG. Now, can the Cardinals defense get back there? Figueroa trying to get back there before 15. He does it. How about that? Figueroa. He may be half a foot shorter than his attacker, but he's able to outspeed him, and that's where it matters. How about that from Miguel Figueroa? A mistake here by PG. They accidentally kicked it out of bounds on their own end. Corner kick coming up. So with just about 27.5 minutes to go, the Cardinals are going to get a corner kick and an opportunity. I tell you what, the offense has come alive in the last few minutes here after getting off to a little bit of a slow start in the second half, but they have come alive now with some great chances. Are we going to see another chance? Are we going to see another chance here? Neither team have succeeded on corner kicks so far this game. Cardinals only have about 5 guys up there. The kick is on its way. Mohamed Salah will head it out of bounds. It'll be tossed in by the Cardinals, and that ball is not only out of bounds, it's out of the park, rolling down into the neighborhood behind the stadium. Cardinals are going to put in some subs right now. They're going to send Aziz Moti into the game. He's going to replace, I believe, Michael Hogan, and that's going to be it. I thought I saw a PG player come in. I think a PG player did come in. He did. There is a PG player, number 2. Number 2, Edwin Calderon from Fort Washington, Maryland, is checked into the game. Number 2. Guerrero will toss in. Gets it out to Miranda. Miranda trying to find his man, and it's knocked out of bounds again and again out of the park. And I just know that our ball runner on the fall side is thinking, really, guys? Really? Tossed in by Guerrero. Trying to get it to Miranda. Miranda fighting for it. Maybe a chance. Gets a cross off. Somebody take a shot. It's knocked out of there by Calderon. But kept alive, though, by Gio Guerrero. Guerrero. Deep shot. O'Day briefly dropped it, and Miranda wasn't able to get there in time, but a great chance there for the Cardinals. Great shot there by Gio Guerrero, and they might have another one here. Moti breaks up that play, gets it to Hydera. Hydera's pass intercepted. They get it out to Calderon. Calderon will pass up to Talo. And now here's a deep pass downfield trying to get it to Matawuba. Matawuba fighting with Guerrero for the ball. Talo hits the turf, gets back on his feet, trying to break away from Hydera. Here's a chance. PG broken up by Figueroa again. Boy, Miguel Figueroa is having himself a day on the defensive line. Matawuba. Breaking through. PG gets a crosser off, broken up. Might have a chance. Shot. Wide. Oh, that was close. That shot was taken by Anibal Villatoro Giron, number 7. Just missed the goal. Cardinals defense came up clutch there. Duarte's goal kick deep down. Miranda fighting for it. It's taken away by Sase. Now Sase looking for options. He finds Talo, broken up by the Cardinals defense. Loam on the response. Here comes Abdul Loam. He passes up to Miranda. Miranda's got Talo all up in his business. He's able to break away from him. Ball stays inbounds. Miranda fighting for it in a double team. Somehow breaks out of it and gets a pass off. It's intercepted by Giron. Hydera trying to keep it alive. Now Moti trying to keep it alive, and he's got the size advantage there over Garcia, but he gets tripped up. Ball falls back to the defense. Got a low-flying airplane coming through the shot there. Pass goes up to Gio Alonso. Alonso passing out to Eibner. Eibner finds Taylor. Taylor back down to Duarte, who was calling for the ball there. I think he wants to try and set up a play here. About halfway through the second half, 2-1 the score. Both teams locked in a stalemate, but both of them have had plenty of ample chances to score, although Catonsville's offense is starting to reassert themselves in control of this game. That pass partially deflected. Moti's still able to capture it. Passes out to Colton Taylor, and he's got a big booming kick if he wants to knock it off. Instead, he's going to pass to Eibner. Little too much strength there from Colton Taylor. Goes out of bounds. No harm done, though. Salvador will toss in, trying to get it to Calderon. Calderon pressured by Eibner. What a play by Brendan Eibner, breaking up that play. He gets it to Akano. Akano can't get there in time. It's broken up by Tello, number 10. Goes out of bounds as the Cards are going to send in a sub, and that's Daniel Ajay who's going to come into the game, number 26. He's going to replace Abdul Lom.
Catonsville, number 26, Daniel Ajay.
Here's Miranda. Passing down to Alonso. Might have a chance here. Alonso, one man to beat. Got tripped up, but stays on his feet. Now he's got to backtrack. He's got to find some help. Briefly gets broken up. He's keeping it alive. Gio Alonso finally gets it away, but it's kicked out of bounds by Salvador. And Catonsville will keep possession. Batted up into the air. I think that was Sala who got a chance there. Now here's Salvador. Moti fighting with him. And this time the Cardinals have the size advantage there. Salvador does get the pass off. Starting to see a little frantic behavior here from PG, knowing now they're still down, and it's getting late in this half. Shot taken wide of the net. Good shot there by Francis Ogbenkwa. Just went wide. As the Cards are going to sub in Bradley Ramirez. Great to see him come back into the game after he got cleated in the knee is the official story we're going with. We weren't able to see exactly where he got hit, but I believe he got hit on the knee. About 20 and a half minutes to go in the second half. Figueroa with the ball. Passes up to Ajay on the far side. Ajay tripped up, no foul called. And now it's Chance trying to get it to Ogbenkwa. Taylor will flip it up. Duarte makes the save. And he will hit the turf there and probably just stay there as long as he can. I don't know, what's the best way to put that, Anthony, when you hit the turf like that and try and kill time? Is that the best way to put it?
In soccer terms, we're going to call that the turtle.
I like it. I'm going to start calling it turtling. Duarte, deep kick down, trying to get it to Ajay. He's got to fight with Sisse for the ball. Sisse's going to win that fight. And ultimately lose that fight, as it does go out of bounds over to head coach Kingsley Onwuka on the bench. Ajay will toss in, gets it to Gio Guerrero. Guerrero trying to find Ramirez. A little off target there, ball goes out of bounds. As subs coming in now for PG, they're going to pull Calderon, and they're going to send in number 5, I believe. That's Anderson Umana from Riverdale, Maryland. Number 5 is going to check into the game. So PG starting to send a lot of their bench players in now. Shaking up their lineup, trying to see if they can get something going here against Catonsville, as their defense is held firm in the second half. Figueroa will pass up to Ajay. Ajay fights out of that. Ball went out of bounds. Possession to PG. Figueroa. Header by Moti. Ramirez fighting for it. Moti keeping it alive. Ramirez keeping it alive. And now Ramirez will send it upfield. O'Day comes out of net to secure it. Guerrero sends that one up into the stands. Takes a nice bounce back. Good defensive stand there by the Cardinals. They're going to have to hold on with this defensive stand, though, as they pass it out to Ogbenkwa, trying to get a shot off. Excuse me, that is Matawuba. Ogbenkwa, actually, I believe, has been subbed out of the game. No, there he is. Okay. So that was Matawuba. Duarte will handle the goal kick. Sub coming in for the Cardinals. They put Sharif Hydera in, subbing in for Gio Guerrero. Passing it down, trying to find Gio Alonso. Ramirez with a nice interception. Finds Moti. Moti back to Ramirez. Ramirez loses control of it. It's taken by PG. Figueroa will send it back the other way. Big collision there and a foul. Clock is going to stop. That's going to be a yellow card on Aziz Moti. So with about, just correcting our clock here, we've got 18 minutes and 14 seconds to go. Oh, we might be having some clock issues here, folks. We were just trying to figure out our clock issues there, folks. Moti goes down there, ball out of bounds. I'm going to take a quick break here, folks, because I do need to alert our grounds crew that our clock seems to have stopped. Give us 1 second. So we don't know what time it is. We don't know the exact time at the moment. There it is. Clock has been fixed. Bradley Ramirez just went down again as we're trying to fix our scoreboard issues. There we go. 15 minutes, 38 seconds to go. Clock is stopped, though, because Bradley Ramirez is hurt, and this time he's not getting up. We apologize for that technical issue, folks. We've had a couple of technical issues today's broadcast. Meanwhile, our attention now goes to Bradley Ramirez, who does get back to his feet. Good to see. Ramirez, he's been playing a tough game there, and he's been taking a lot of hits, and he's been getting up. But this time, I think they're going to help him off. Yes, our athletic trainer, Abby Miller, is going to help him off of the turf. Cardinals, I think, are going to sub in Mikel Hogan to replace him. And we hope the best for Bradley Ramirez and that he's okay. So 15 minutes and 28 seconds to go in this contest. Mikel Hogan subbed into the game. Cardinals still leading 2-1. And back we go. Sisse fighting his way, trying to find an open man. Gets on Ogbenkwa. Fighting now with Douglas, or is Michael Douglas. Jerome, deep pass trying to find Matawuba. He's able to corral it. Now fighting for it. Stolen away by the Cardinals. They get it out to Hydera. Hydera finds Miranda. Miranda looking for an open man. He passes out to Douglas. Douglas, Akano. Akano back to Douglas. Douglas over to Akano. The defense now Playing a little game of keep away here, away from PG, trying to avoid it getting stolen away like that. Giron now with the ball, passing up to Garcia. Garcia passing deep, trying to get it to Madawuba. And Abdul Lom will kick it out of bounds. About 14 minutes to go, and yes, the clock is having its issues, folks, but our game clock is correct. So whatever issue seems to be happening with the game clock, it is working. We will keep you updated, folks, if there's any issues. Throw in goes to PG, trying to get a shot off. Duarte comes up and makes the save, and he'll turtle on it. Should also mention, also having checked into the game for the Cardinals, folks, during that little clock debacle where we were trying to figure out what the time was, King Remy has also checked into the game, number 2. So as has Gio Guerrero. So a good mix of starters and some guys off of the bench. See what the Cardinals can do here. Gio Alonso fighting for that. Fighting for the ball now with Salvador. It's going the other way now. Trying to find an open man, getting it down to Ipagui. Blocked out of bounds by the defense. Good stop there by Akano. Salvador will toss in. Sase trying to get to Salvador. Kept in bounds by Hogan. Great play. Hogan gets tripped up. Still looking for an open man. They find Giron. Giron will kick it way back and out of bounds. Goal kick coming up for the Cardinals. So about 12 minutes to go. Colton Taylor hit the turf there. Cardinals offense back on the attack. Here's Abdul Lom. Lom looking for an open man. Finds Gio Alonso. Alonso passing out to Michael Douglas. Douglas passing out to Sharif Haidera. Haidera finds Hogan. Hogan looking for an opening. Hogan passing it up, trying to get it to Alonso. O'Day comes out of net and makes the stop. Under 12 minutes to go. Tense contest here beginning to emerge. Cardinals looking for an opening. They would love a goal here late to give them a little breathing room over PG County. Remy with a header. Back to Douglas. Douglas goes back to Lom. Lom past Haidera. Haidera will go to Eibner. I'm Sase. Steals, gets it to Salvador. Salvador downfield, broken up by Guerrero. That one might go into the stands. It will. Up about 4, 5, 6 rows. Ten and a half minutes to go. A couple of subs coming in now for PG County. As we have a quick legal throw-in called against PG. That's going to give the ball right back to Catonsville.
Yeah, with the throw-in regulations, you got to keep your feet on the ground at all times when you're throwing. Looks like he lifted his back foot there, so that's going to give it to Catonsville here.
And it will go right back to PG. Ball out of bounds again. As now the scoreboard has turned off, it looks like. To be clear, there are 9.5 minutes to go. It is 2-1 Catonsville. 9.5 minutes to go as we appear to have a timing issue. As now we've got a Cardinal player down. Going to stop the clock there, see if they can fix that. I think they've stopped the clock both to fix the clock issues. And also to deal with the down player, our athletic trainer, the wonderful Miss Abby Miller, heading out onto the field. It's Caleb Akano who is down. As this is odd, have not had a, I don't think we've ever had a scoreboard issue before. Take this moment, folks, to say that our next home game, the Cardinals will be taking on WVU Potomac State. That's coming up on Tuesday at 5 p.m., the season finale, Sophomore Day, where we celebrate the careers of our sophomore players and finish up what has been a fun season of Catonsville soccer. I don't know, Anthony, you've been here with the entire season so far. This team is on the cusp of tripling their win total from last year. While we have this little stoppage to figure out the clock and to help out Caleb Akano, give your thoughts on the season as a whole, what you've seen from the Cardinals.
Definitely seen a lot of good things from the Cardinals this season. Drastic improvement on all levels, really. Phenomenal play on defense, midfield, and offense. We've seen a lot of great things this season. The Cardinals have a lot to be proud of as they look to end the season on a high note here.
Couldn't have said it better myself. So they fixed the clock, folks. 7 minutes, 19 seconds to go. We were 2 whole minutes off, but that's going to be the time as we try to wind down the second half. And unfortunately, the Cardinals are going to be without one of their captains. Caleb Akano is being led off the field. He is walking off under his own power. It's been a tough game for the Cardinals in that department. They've had a couple of players go out with injury. So let's see what they can do. Back to the action we go. Salvador tosses in, headed away by Eibner. Kept alive now. Douglas fighting for it. We've got a PG player down. Miranda sends a pass out for Alonso. He won't get there in time. PG's going to have to reset. That was a wonky pass there, trying to get it to their goalie. He'll kick it out. PG looking for an opening, broken up by Hogan. Douglas passing back to Hogan. Hogan down the near side, nearly gets tripped up, manages to get it to Miranda. Miranda goes for behind the, passing off the back of his heel there, trying to get it to Hogan. It's kept alive. Guerrero, deep shot off target. Close one there for Gio Guerrero. Excellent shot. Just a bit off target. 6.5 minutes to go. And the clock, it looks like, is back to sticking again. We've got 6 minutes left. 6 minutes left. Once again, folks, our clock on our system is the one that is correct. The game clock is malfunctioning up there. Salvador. Pressured by Alonso. Looking for an opening, rolls out of bounds. Salvador was the last to touch it. Catonsville possession. Eibner tosses in. Salvador. Taken away by Hydera. He gets it up to Douglas. Douglas goes back to Loam. Loam finds Hogan. Hogan up and over trying to get it to Loam. Loam tripped up a little bit there. PG back with possession. Under 5 minutes to go. Miranda, nice play there, fights and gets it taken away. And it goes right back the other way. That was very close, right on the edge. They're going to say it was in. Deep pass coming up, headed up by Loam. 4.5 minutes to go. Catonsville still looking for an opportunity here. PG might get an opportunity. Header, shot, no. Player hits the turf, broken up by Hydera. And now Hydera racing, slide tackle in there, and a foul called. With 4 minutes to go, a foul called. We do have 2 players down. It's Salvador and Hydera, but they're both back on their feet. It's been a tough physical game. Both of these teams have seen a lot of players hit the turf. The clock has turned off once again. And the ref's going to keep the time from now on, folks, because unfortunately the clock just seems to be having so many issues. They'll fix that eventually. 3.5 minutes to go in this contest. Figueroa, nice pass down to Hogan. Hogan trying to fight for it. It's taken away by PG. Risky pass there. Alonso pulling up. Ibener trying to get in there, breaking up that play. Good for him. Sase keeps it alive. He passes down to Ipagui. Ipagui trying to get away from Colton Taylor. Taylor, good defense here, pressuring him. Ipagui can't seem to find an open man. He's going to try and get a cross off. It's batted out of bounds. And they're going to say that Ipagui was the last to touch it, and that's going to be a goal kick for Catonsville. I don't know. What do you think, Anthony? Was he the last to touch it? That was close. That looked close.
Yeah, that's a close call here. Something that you're going to have to trust the official with on that one.
Well, I'm partially biased towards Catonsville, so I'll say it was. I'll say that they were the last to touch it. Daniel Adjai re-entering the game now to replace Michael Hogan. Cardinals have got a mostly defensive lineup out there here for these final 2 minutes. They're still working on trying to fix the clock. We've got 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes left to determine this contest. Duarte sends that one down. Miranda fighting for it. Knocked back. Out of bounds. Cardinals are going to try and burn as much time here as they can as we've got less than 2 minutes to go. Toss in goes to Miranda. Miranda trying to get it up to Douglas. Douglas fighting to get away from his man. Offsides? Offsides. Little too eager there by Michael Douglas, but I like the fight I'm seeing out of him. Minute and a half left. Minute and a half left to determine this one. Cardinals lead 2-1. There might be a slight disparity between our clock and the clock that the officials are taking, as there is 1 minute left. 1 minute left in this contest. The Cardinals leading 2-1. Well, about a minute left.
1 minute remaining, second half.
Again, our clock a little bit different from the one the officials are using due to the clock issues. Ball goes out of bounds. Possession will go to the Cardinals. Tossed in. About 30 seconds to go. Ball went out of bounds again. Cardinals are going to have to make one last defensive stand here. Can they do it? Ball goes in. Ball slips out of bounds. Possession back to the Cardinals. That might do it. That might wrap it up here, folks. Duarte holding onto the ball as long as he can. We're waiting for the final whistle again. Final seconds ticking away. Our clock a bit off compared to the one they're using. We have had some clock issues, but those seem to have been resolved. Duarte will send that one deep upfield. I think this should do it. They're going to pass it down. Alonso will kick it away. And that is going to do it. The refs are still keeping it alive, though. Hang on a second. Might be a chance. The refs haven't called the game yet. Sase gets off a shot. It's blocked. And that will do it. That's going to do it. The Cardinals get their 6th win of the season, 2-1, as they defeat PG County in an struggle. What a game.
Just a reminder, our final home game of the regular season will be Tuesday, October 17th, 1 week from this past Tuesday against Potomac State. Game time 5 o'clock. It will be an opportunity for us to honor our sophomores. Thank you very much for coming. We remind you to buckle up before you leave the campus, and we wish you a pleasant good evening and a safe drive home.
So that'll do it for us tonight, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic win for the CCBC Catonsville Cardinals. Their 6th win of the season. They have tripled their win total from a year ago as they defeat PG County in an excellent game. Anthony, any final thoughts on that game, especially that last stand against PG County?
Absolutely. A tremendous game played by the Cardinals here. Phenomenal in the last 5 minutes where they played a great defensive stand. As one would say, the Cardinals parked the bus at the end there and were able to pull this one out. Phenomenal performance all around.
Couldn't have said it better myself. Well, that's going to do it for us, folks. We've just got one more broadcast this year for Cardinals soccer. Don't forget, Cardinals basketball is coming up within the month. We'll start having our first broadcasts of that. But in the meantime, we've got one game to honor our sophomores. That's going to be coming up next. We thank you for joining us tonight on the Cardinals Network as CCBC Catonsville wins 2-1 over PG Community College. This is Isaac Donsky, the big man in the mic. For myself, Anthony Vaca, and our PA announcer, Mr. Richard Keller, who you have no doubt heard at some point during the game. Have a good night, everybody.